That was all Kamari.
Everybody, listen, we are here today for another Freedom Friday. Today, we're going to talk about how Stephen A. has taken on everybody from Jasmine Crockett, said he's going to run for president. He's taking on every black player that's in the league these days, but seemingly doesn't have any smoke for white folks. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like Stephen A. has gone full on over to the dark side. Jimmy sent this clip out earlier this week, but now he don't want to talk about it.
Here you go. Listen, man, Boule Nate is starting off with the slander. We didn't get started yet.
Nate.
Yo,
I didn't give you that nickname, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it out there.
I'll let y'all know my feelings are still hurt from last week. My idea. Like, I really thought that was a good idea. I was trying to do something good for the community.
It's still a good idea. You just gotta word it better. It's still a good idea.
Right. I was going to get a new trade and give it back to the people for free. But y'all ruined it.
Specific though, single moms. Like, you sound like a dude that want to coach football for nefarious reasons, man.
Oh man,
Kamari turned into Nate real quick.
No, Nate. I had to remove both of them because they're slandering my name. They are just egregious, y'all.
Kamari morphed into Nate.
And do y'all see this? How they grabbed it and got Nate pick? Like, do you see how disrespectful that is? And then you again in the clip. Like, watch this, y'all. Watch this. Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Anthony is in the chat and say, yes, you did in fact sound like Nate. Shout out to Champ. What's up, Champ? The Champ is here. You said it sounds like a Nate play, man.
It sounds like it, but it ain't.
Don called you the Boule Nate.
Hold on, that was Don. Don be doing me dirty. Don and Steve. Between Corey, Jimmy, Don, and Steve, y'all just don't show.
Whoa. I be minding
victims. Look. He already playing victim.
Man,
you said something crazy.
No, I don't know.
Hey, yo.
It's world terrible.
It's Rich said it too. It's the way you said it. It's the Nate scholarship. I thought you could have phrased that so many different ways. Yeah.
Oh God. My stomach hurts, yo.
He said, "I wanna retire and be a barber."
The majority of single parents out there are the ladies, but no, this is not a natism.
He was like, "Retire. I want to retire, be a barber for."
See, Brittany felt my pain. She felt my pain. My love.
Curvy single moms.
Oh God.
See, they adding extra sauce to the plate.
No, I'm saying, man, you sounded wild, man.
Man,
anyway, man.
He put on his Luther Vandross /
yeah, never
white,
too much
sexy voice.
Never too much.
I'm going to turn into a barber.
All right, man. Listen, man. It is what it is, man. Listen, salute to everybody here. Let us know who's here. We got folks pulling up live. Please let us know who is here, kicking it with us live. We'll be here for a short time, but a good time.
God,
we'll be here all night. No blather Skype on Kamari's behalf tonight. So, and we will give away some Bitcoin, right? You know what I'm saying? Good time to stack some sats, man. We're below 100,000 right now.
Yeah. It's like a great time to go in.
That's right. Stack.
When there's blood on the street, that's time to buy.
Yes.
Everybody is scared.
Yeah, man. So, Stephen A. Smith, we gotta talk about that. What else is going on in y'all world, man? Are y'all brothers good? How y'all doing? Happy birthday to Kamari. His birthday just recently passed.
Bro.
So, we gotta make sure we on the record wish Kamari a happy birthday. That's our elder, so we gotta make sure we
How was your birthday? How'd you celebrate? How'd you celebrate?
Did you peep that slander, Corey?
See, everything is slander. I showed a brother love, and he says everything is slander.
He's our elder. Okay.
I'm showing you respect.
Nah, it was all good, man. Went away for a couple of days. Wife took me to Poconos. Had fun. Still did some work, but just got away for a couple of days. So it was good. I
asked him, Corey, I said, yo, did you get the room with the little champagne glass and all that?
Oh, God. No, he couldn't get that room because there's no sex in the champagne room.
I was telling Kamari earlier. I said, dog, when I was a single.
Nah, man, you can't get the champagne glass on the joint because there's no sex in the champagne.
No, that was the thing. That was the thing in the Poconos, though, dog. I was telling Kamari. I said when I was a single bachelor back in the day, the Poconos was that work, right? I told him, I said, you meet a hood rat joint, you take her out to the Poconos, she feel like you took her to Turks. Man. You know what I'm saying? So, so I didn't. You Corey know what I'm talking about. See,
I know exactly what you're talking about. But listen,
that sounds like Nate energy to me. I don't know.
That's not Nate. That's not Nate energy. That's the truth, though.
To me,
that's the truth, though. The Poconos. Never mind.
Yeah, man. And listen, the Poconos and what's the joint with the vibrating, rotating beds that's right outside the city? Right out Cherry Hill.
The end of the dub.
End of the dub. End of the dub.
Allegedly.
Oh. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Come on, you wasn't outside, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Before they closed down the joint right there on City Line Avenue.
All right, now you're going too far, because you going too far down the rabbit hole, dog. Chill, bro.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you like this.
Chill, bro. You're going too far down the rabbit hole now, man.
Days, I actually took a chick to the Great Wolf Lodge, bro. Whole thing.
Wow.
Great Wolf Lodge. Like, just try and get out of sight, bro.
Yeah, you was wilding, bro.
I don't know what's going on. These guys are great, upstanding gentlemen, but man,
we are.
We're also almost 50 now, so.
I ain't do none of that stuff for my younger days, man.
Man, get the hell out of here. Kamara, you had kids when you was 11, bro.
So
much you ain't do none of that stuff when you was 11. When you talk about you ain't do nothing, man, get out of here.
Listen, man, I was in church, man. I was in church.
I was a big. What do that got to do with anything?
Man, I was in church, man. In church.
You was outside in a whole different way, dog. You beat all of us.
No, not at all. I'm just older than y'all. That's all.
Nah, dog.
Dog, we the same age, and you got grandkids my kids' age.
Almost, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you was outside. You was outside doing something.
All the way outside. You was in the zone. Kamari was in the zone like Syracuse.
Look, he about to play victim again. He gonna say he was taking advantage of. Watch. He gonna play victim again.
I was taking advantage of.
See, he always a victim, man.
Get out of here.
Listen, man, I'm not a victim. Just talking to you about my circumstances, man. Listen.
I don't want to unpack that because that we gonna go somewhere else. I don't even want to unpack that. Let's change the subject.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about Stephen A. Smith.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm not taking you nowhere that you don't want to go. That's on you.
Whoa. Don't take us nowhere.
A year ago today, I got fired from my job for sexual harassment and discrimination. And the lawsuit didn't go through. I don't have enough proof, but I got fired. I'm sitting inside of my shop right now. I just got a deposit from a bride who's flying me out to Panama next year. Because not only am I making her dress, I'm doing her makeup and I'm doing her hair. And I'm also getting people right in the wedding party. I just sold 2 tickets for my sip and sew next month. I'm preparing to bring this anniversary dress to my client tomorrow. Can't wait to post that gown. All I'm saying is that
you got all that good stuff going on. Why you crying?
Protection. Those people did what they did to me. And I thought,
it's joy.
Fuck, I'm trying to be mature adult and have a, income and be stable. But God's plan was bigger. Because I still be there, I wouldn't have this.
When did you get fired?
I lost everything. But look what I gained.
So she got fired because there was some alleged sexual assault and she brought up charges, but they wanted to fire her. But to me, it's a great story because she turned it all around and she did what she's supposed to do. So to me, that's phenomenal.
I mean, that's a great story, but never mind, man.
Yo, by the way, yes, we are answering questions in the chat. I saw the question about, are we going to answer questions? So yes, we will answer questions. I mean, within reason. hey, Core, we might answer about 6-7 questions or something like that.
No. We're not doing that. I'm sick of seeing that shit. No, absolutely not.
Corey work with kids every day, so that's kind of triggering to him, y'all.
No, absolutely not. I don't want to see no more of that.
That's triggering.
Come on, man. All right, so as we get into the Stephen A. Smith, we'll come back to the 6-7 thing, y'all. Because Corey's all kind of triggered.
Whatever LeBron
why
James
you
did to you, I pray my wife never does it to me. Granted, I don't like LeBron approaching you at the game. Yeah, a lot of you reporters ain't talking about Bronny's skill.
Let's be honest. Exact same reporters are also not talking about Arch Manning at all. Who's doing everything that y'all wanted Shador to do. Right? He's playing like trash. Yeah. Right? But nobody's touching it. You know why they're not touching it? Because that's Arch's grandson. Yeah. That's Peyton and Eli's nephew. Yeah. Right? Facts. So I'm paying respect to it. But Deion's kid, don't give a damn. Right? Yeah. LeBron kid, don't give a damn. That's the problem that I have when I see black commentators like Ryan Clark, Stephen A. Smith. Like when y'all start sitting here and y'all start going in on black athletes' children.
Yeah. RG3.
RG3. Give me your point of view on Arch. See, you don't touch it.
You don't touch it.
And it's like, yo, I know why you don't do that. Because you know that supremacy is violence. And you understand violence. And you understand that black men aren't violent. Even if LeBron approaches you, you know that he's not going to grab you by your throat.
Yeah, you do. And here's my thing. It's like Stephen A. is finding a unique way to say, hey, Republicans, when it's your turn to choose your next colored boy, I will be here.
I'll be there. And it's like, and again, right, that's what makes you a sellout.
And on the flip side, Stephen A., I don't know if you're trying to sell to not Dominicans. You might be trying to sell to them too.
I said sell out. This boy said Dominican.
Shout out to the DR. I'll be there soon. But I don't know if you trying to sell to the Democrats that, hey, I could be y'all black saver so you could throw it for the Republicans.
No. He don't want anything to do with the Democrats. Look, He's fully on the Republican side.
I think he'd do anything for money.
I do think he'll do anything for money. I think Stephen A., I've been saying this for a while now. I do think Stephen A. is a paid Republican operative because it seems like every chance he gets, he's throwing shade at somebody black Democrat. Never talks about the issues. Stephen A. is a journalist, but clearly he's not doing any research. He got his whole points about Jasmine Crockett totally wrong. I don't know what he's doing at this point, except trying to play the game of being relevant. So that's why I said it's Stephen A. going to the dark side.
So I don't think it's anything for money. I think it's deeper than that. I think it's anything for attention. Right? Because we live in an attention-seeking culture. And
so my thing is, right, so I grew up watching ESPN, right? Back when it was about sports. ESPN itself turned into more entertainment than it did sports a long time ago. He's a part of that. So to me, I don't think that it's that much thought. He's an operative or anything like that. I think that he's went full entertainer, which is part and parcel with what Corey was saying about attention. But he does a great job of getting attention, right?
I mean, so
I feel like once a week we're talking about him for one reason or the other, and that's his job at this point. He's just getting attention. So I don't even know if he believes half of the stuff he said.
Yo, he was sitting on the show. His co-host.
So since the time, hold on. So since the time he's been in Philly, right, when he was writing for the Daily News, he's always been bombastic, getting attention, all those things, and I get that. And I'm not a sports guy like y'all, but I don't think there's no shift at all.
No. Well, I mean, just a shift in terms of entertainment. So I've met him several times when he was working in Philly. He used to cover the Sixers. And, he was bombastic. He was all those things that you said. But he wasn't the level of entertainer that he is.
He was Allen Iverson dependent when he was here.
He was, but he's a full entertainer now. Like, main man be on the soap operas and whatnot. He's a full entertainer. He does, so the everything shifted, right? So what he does, it works for the world that we live in. He gets clicks, he gets views. People feel one way.
$100 million. His co-host was making $500K. That's out of control.
His co-host, I didn't know that story. See, that's what I said. I'm messing this up.
Molly Karam left.
You really are messing this up.
She asked for a raise. She was making $500K. She asked for a raise, and they told the FOH, my man making 100 M's, and she making $500K.
I don't know about the specifics of that, but what I will tell you is,
that's what was reported.
Okay, I got you. No, I got you. But I was just more speaking about his space. Some stuff that like people of his ilk say.
No, I got you, Corey.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, bro. He
something happens to my boy. Keep going, man.
All I'm saying is it's not just him. It's indicative of a whole culture over there. It's funny. I was watching Merrill Hodge speak the other day. And for those who remember Merrill Hodge, the NFL analyst, and Merrill Hodge used to get into the X's and O's of the games. And, it was I used to like watching him on TV. But he talked about how when he was still working there, they told him if he's not willing to debate, argue, or do things for attention, then There's really no place for them there anymore. Like the whole network is shifted. They went from actual sports talk to just debating each other all day long. They tried to bring that barbershop energy to the screen and capitalize on it. But I mean, he's the face of the network at this point, and he's gotten involved in politics. And the thing about getting involved in politics is, excuse me, you're going to be polarizing regardless. No matter what you say, you're not going to be able to win. You're going to piss half the people
You're gonna be
off.
on the wrong side of somebody.
Yeah, so I don't know about being a shill for the Republican Party per se. I don't even think he thinks about that. I think he thinks about Stephen A. Smith. I think he thinks about Stephen A. Smith. He ain't thinking about Republicans, Democrats. He's thinking about how I'm going to get these likes, how I'm going to get these views, how I'm going to keep people talking about it. How am I going to get the computers puting?
But to me, getting the computers puting is what helps generate his paycheck. I believe he is the highest paid person on ESPN, right?
Yes, he is. He is.
Yeah. So I mean, that's part of the formula, right? That's part of the ingredients. And so he's going to everything, whether it's politics, whether it's, I mean, he used to dog Kwame Brown some terrible, like that was crazy. And I know you need to say pause for that, but like that was, to me, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous at a point.
He did. You think he did Kwame Brown bad? He was doing Kyrie the ultimate kind of dirty. He was giving Kyrie hell.
Okay.
Guess what? When you attach yourself to somebody like that, and you're, you know, again, it's polarizing, right? So I get it. And again, one of the things about some of these guys now is I don't even think sometimes they believe some of the stuff they say. You know what I mean? Like, but people know how to get. It's funny because specifically on Twitter, Twitter to me, and I always talk about how I spend a lot of time on Twitter, but I found myself spending less time on Twitter now because ever since like Elon like cut on the faucet in terms of paying people for engagement, people just say anything now. So I'm talking about people who are established journalists. I'm talking about people who are, you know, political writers, people who operate in all these different spaces. The engagement is what they're looking for. So they'll say something that they don't believe in, they don't care, no research or whatever, because they know what's going to happen is that engagement is going to happen, and they're trying to get them, some Elon check.
Okay. All right. So real quick, before we get to the folks in the chat, tell us, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Stephen A. is sold out and going crazy and doing anything for the bag, or is it like Jimmy and Corey said, he just wants attention?
He's an entertainer, man.
Well, I'm curious to see what the people say. Throw it in the chat, y'all. Throw it in the chat.
It's only entertainment.
New Ramen, what up, what up, what up? Happy Friday. OCL, what up? Oh, man, Ray Gunn, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Salute.
Appreciate that super chat. Dr. Chaz is in the building.
Hey, Dr. Chaz. How art thou?
Gerald, what up?
Gerald, what's really good?
Adrian's in the building, y'all. What up, Adrian? New Strand. What's up, man? What's no GWL? What's that? I know that's something that had something to do with y'all slandering me the other day.
Yo, you see this? Everything is slander to him, man. You just automatically in your victim bag. I don't know. I mean, let's ask me. I don't know.
All right, well, tell us what that is. What is that? What is that?
But how do you automatically make it slander about you though? Because it could be literally anything. You somehow made that slander about you.
It came up earlier when we were talking about how you and Corey jumped me and basically criticized my outreach to the community, or my idea about outreach to the community, and made it a nativism. But it's cool. It's cool. That's Wild Children at 11. I didn't have a child at 11. Corey is being bombastic. He's pouring the funky sauce on it, y'all. But
called you Mr. Boombastic, man.
Yes, we are answering questions always. All right, so now that I've crossed over to the hill, to the 50 land, so I guess I am officially onked. Hopefully, I'm not tripping now.
What y'all think about light skins? Whoa.
I don't know what that is. I'm hoping that was a joke. What up, Javel?
Oh, we got colorism in the chat.
All right, Ray says, good point about Arch. They never gave him the same type of heat. I agree. Now, I do want to say this. I don't think Ryan Clark should have been placed in the same wave of Stephen A. Smith. I think Ryan Clark is way more objective. But again, I don't watch sports. Would y'all agree with that?
So I would think overall possibly, but when it comes to the Manning thing, I don't know. Arch is definitely getting treated with kid gloves across the board, right? But this is again, it's about what gets eyeballs, man. Like this is we in a world of capitalism, man. And the thing about capitalism, man, is whatever's going to get the computers pewed in the eyeballs. So I think as a culture and society, we've sold out. Really,
I agree.
What up, Dave? You can't get that level of entertainment if you won't do things for money.
Hey, Dave, it sound like something I told Kamari earlier. I said most of these folks that make money, y'all gotta shuck and jive and dance for white folks, and that's how you get the bag. Which is, well, I'll probably never get the bag in that capacity.
Stephen,
I gotta invest because I ain't gonna be shucking and jiving and dancing for the white folks. So I gotta learn that it's a different skill set.
Okay. Is he a Republican shell or just a classic European? It's interesting.
I don't think he Negro pan because he knows the issues that black people have. A lot of the Negro pans don't know and don't care. I don't think he doesn't act. I don't think he's at the don't care spot. I just think he is so selfish and greedy that he cares more about himself than he does about the issues.
I mean, so that would place him under the Negro pen label a little bit at least.
Listen, he got on TV one time and said, I gotta make money for my bosses so I can get money. Actually said that.
Okay, and his bosses are, for the record, people. Let's put it out there.
Disney.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
And Donald Duck. And Goofy. And Pluto.
They're not on the level of Mickey Mouse, man. That's Mickey. That none of them out front of the whole place, man. That's Mickey. That's the house that Mickey built.
They're all part of the sauce. Hey, Don,
man.
I just want to
naming these backup singers and whatnot.
I just want to let you know, Don, you hurt my feelings earlier, man.
No, Don, you a legend, Don. That's a legendary comment.
See, that's what's wrong with y'all, man. Y'all need therapy.
We showing love to Don. Don's our guy. That was a legendary comment.
Don did me dirty, man. When I retire, I might become a barber and just give free haircuts to single moms with boys and just give back.
Sound like you fishing with that one.
I said when I'm retired, so I'm old. I ain't fishing. I ain't trying to be a sugar daddy. I ain't looking for no sugar babies. I'm just trying to help people.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Kamari / Nick.
that sound like a Nate play right there.
I just realized you cut Nate in on me right there again. I knew it was the other one.
You got so specific though. Single moms, like you sound like a dude that want to coach football for nefarious reasons, man.
Oh man,
Kamari turned into Nate real quick.
No, Nate. No. I had to remove both of them because they're slandering my name. They are just egregious, y'all.
Kamari morphed into Nate.
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Anthony is in the chat and say, yes, you did in fact sound like Nate. Shout out to Champ. What's up, Champ? The Champ is here. You said it sounds like a Nate play, man.
No, it sounds like it, but it ain't.
Don called you the boule.
Don, what did I do to you, man? What did I do to you to just treat me so bad, man? That was crazy.
Gave you hell right there.
That was crazy.
That's a fire bar. For those who don't know what the boule is, y'all can do your research, look up the boule. He called him the boule Nate. He called him the boule Nate, yo.
My feelings are forever hurt, man.
That's amazing. That's amazing bar work.
It was. That was cannabis level bar work right there. That was cannabis level bar work.
I'm starting really want to be really friends, man.
What are you talking about, man? You can control yourself, Kamari.
Yeah, young victim over there.
What up, Lorraine? What up, Lorraine?
Hey, Lorraine.
Ray says, I say, yes, sports reporter turned entertainer.
There you go.
Smith brand is a character now. I've seen an old interview in which he says, in a sense, essence of hustle. Yeah, I guess. ESPN has paid him to drive eyeballs. He's the number one guy in that group. Okay.
So someone say, he doing his job.
What up, Rich?
Turned into a little penny. That's funny.
That's funny as hell. Turned into a little penny. Hey, Kim. So Lorraine says, I was in a trading Discord with a guy who says he makes $10 per comment on X #engagement. So that goes what we were talking about. That to me, that ruined the platform because people People say things now that they like. If you go through their history, they don't even. They don't believe it, right? But what they do know is they know how to get engagement. So that's where we at. We in a world full of people who are searching for engagement.
Attention is a currency. Jamel, thank you, sir.
So money ain't the root of all evil. Attention is. That's what
we
fabulous.
see greatness in you. Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate that. All right, thank you. Alonzo, salute to you as well.
Social media insurance, brother. I like that. What's up, Alonzo?
Yeah, I do like that. They gave him the keys to ESPN, so he got to get the ratings.
Yep.
Sure.
So people over profit doesn't matter to them. I got it.
All right, so Ms. Mallory says, it's definitely about what gets the eyeball. Please name me any of the picks 129 to 143 pick in the 5th round before Shador. Hashtag clickbait. Yeah, I don't know.
I cannot name any of those young gentlemen.
I might not be able to name pick 11 through 143. The first 10 possibly, so
I can't even get you the top 10. I can't even remember.
But I remember
the first pick and the second pick. After that, it get a little fuzzy.
Welcome. Happy Friday to you.
I know the young boy in Tennessee was the first pick, and the young boy for the Jaguars was the second pick. After that, it started getting fuzzy as hell.
Hey, listen, Shador's teammate went before him as a quarterback. So I'm just saying, in general, generally speaking, that was one of the more craziest things I've seen when we got someone in the 5th round that garnered that much attention. So, and the thing is, he's running the bag up off the field. Not let him play, but he's running the bag up off the field. So salute to him. But it's again, entertainment is entertainment, right? Even the whole thing with Bronny. Bronny was the last pick of the draft or whatever he was. So it's like
he was the 4th from the last pick.
Last pick, whatever he was. It's like, but so he wasn't the last pick. That's what they call that's NFL Mr. Irrelevant. But I'm just saying, so he was drafted so far late in the draft, but somehow he's who they talk about.
Get all this attention. He was the 55th pick.
But that also shows you the greatness of both of their fathers too.
Yep. Thank you, Jarrell. Appreciate that. All right, so Jamal says, or Steven simply the 2025 Jim Rome.
Jim Rome used to be wilding.
Yeah.
Jim Rome was wilding to the point where his guests start punching him in his face.
Yo, Jim Rome also got computers Putin. You know what I'm saying? So
but when you start wilding to the point where your guests start punching you in your face.
Yo, shout out to Jim Everett, man. I remember watching it as a kid.
He said, "You better not say that again."
Say it one more time.
He called him Chris Everett.
Chris Everett. Yeah, he put hands and feet on him on live TV.
He said, "You say that again, and I'm gonna knock you out." And sure enough, I was like, "All right, Chris," and boom.
Yo, shout out to Jim Everett.
And first he stole him, then he kicked him over and knocked him off his chair. I was like, "Oh, my man!" When Jim say hands and feet, he is not exaggerating. He made hands and feet on Beloved.
Shout out to Jim Everett, man, and Flipper Anderson, man.
Here's a question for y'all, right? So in the black media landscape, in order to really kind of what they say break through or do something major, do you have to go the Stephen A. Smith route?
That's a great question, and I don't even know if that's a black thing, but I know we speak about black wealth. I know you want to keep it in the context of black wealth. That's an excellent question, and
I mean, Miss Maui kind of hit it on the head where, the Cat Williams took, Shannon Sharp. He said he made $50 million.
All right. Says the Stephen A. Smith is chasing the club Shay clout, $5 million bag he got from the Cat Williams interview.
That wasn't $5 million, Ms. Maui. That was 50. He got a 50 burger from that.
So here's the thing, though.
Then he had to get a white girl most of it.
No, but Kamari's question: do you have to go the entertainment route? That's a question that people have been asking for years. Can you maintain yourself as a journalist? Can you?
No, not in 2025. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think we also have to be clear, right? There's a difference between a journalist and a media personality.
Understood.
So there's a difference. Like the people who are really, really breaking through, 9 times out of 10, they're just media personalities. Journalists are supposed to bring the truth. They're not supposed to do any harm. They're supposed to kind of
So,
enlighten. That's not
all right.
so what's happening.
With that as the baseline, name me 5 journalists.
Maybe okay, but Ernest Owens, 1. I get to speak for myself.
That's not his baseline.
That is his baseline.
He's a journalist. He does. He cites sources. He cites sources.
Okay. All right. I'll give you Ernest. He does cite sources. Ernest.
So, but it's not just citing sources. You have to also cultivate sources as well, and then fact check those sources.
5. Kamari, we had 1, bro.
Okay. Okay. 5. I got Ernest Owens. Let me pull up Roland Martin. I know that people hate Roland Martin. Y'all hate Roland. I like
all I'll say is this: one of the people we're calling a journalist says that he's not a journalist. So I don't think he's a journalist.
He's not citing sources. He's not doing his research. Do you think he's trying to do harm? I mean,
that depends upon who you ask, man. What I will tell you is that in this journey, you're the journal. I'm the journalist. I had to.
Are you eternal or an eternalist?
I'm just telling you, I love Rakim, so I don't get an opportunity to cite Rakim that much. So if you're going to give me the opportunity, I'm going to take it. So there's that. But I would disagree with the fact that he's a journalist. I mean, he's a marketer. He gets paid
Charles Blow.
He's a journalist.
Charles Blow is definitely a journalist.
Yeah, some people call Charlemagne a journalist.
No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
We are in agreement on that.
I don't think he calls himself one though.
I saw him kind of call himself a journalist recently.
Oh, I haven't. Okay, maybe if he has, he has. But I would assume that he didn't call himself that because,
Yeah, nothing he's doing is journalistic. It's just, I guess.
All right, man. You done did enough Googles, man. The fact of the matter is, whether you name 5 or not, the fact that you have to start looking up names to figure out who a journalist is a problem in itself.
Stop trying to slander me. I'm not looking up names. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about the top 5 things or the top tenets of journalism, right? Because a lot of people don't know, right? So truth and accuracy is 1. 2, verification. 3.
Whoa, break that down though. Truth and accuracy.
Yes.
Some of Jan's screen. Come on, I want you to break this down.
I'll read it. All right. Truth and accuracy, right? You're getting facts. You're looking to see where they're from. Can they be documented? Are they real? Or is it just something they made up? And it's funny. Somebody sent me something today talking about the black dollar. Now, about the black dollar circulating. I know Jimmy have had conversations about that, about how the black dollar allegedly it only spends 6 hours in the black community. Well, there's nothing truthful about that. There's nothing accurate about that. So
that shit was made up.
Right. It was made up. And so that's one thing. And I'll find a clip and show it to you because I think the sister did a wonderful job breaking it down. But supposedly it started at Harvard. They did a Harvard publication. They backtracked it, went to do the sourcing of it. They found the person who wrote the article and said, well, they came from it. And the economist from Harvard, they went to them and they went to this book. And then they couldn't find any documentation of the source. And so that's what truth and accuracy is. Can you find it, right? And then 2, can you verify it? So it runs hand in hand. Then independence. So when people get paid, on these platforms, like a lot of these podcasts are getting paid to be on there, there's nothing journalistic about that. I mean, the one thing, and I hate to talk about this, but Tony the Closer talked about this a lot when $1 million worth of game was getting, I think, $50,000 from some of the internet gurus out there, right? So they were being paid to promote people for their quote unquote products or their expertise, but there is no independence in that. So how real can that really be?
Is it really real?
Right. Number 4, accountability, right? So sometimes you get it wrong. So when you get it wrong, then you come back and say, you know what, that was wrong. And we're going to retract that and put it outright. That happens. And all right. Number 5, it serves the public. Number 6, it does no harm or avoids harm. Number 7, transparency. Like they'll tell you where the information is coming from. Right. There's no gatekeeping, as the young folks like to say these days. All right. 8, context. You have to add context to things. Fairness and impartiality as well. So you're not really supposed to be leaning one way or the other. And that's why sometimes journalism and media, it gets a little lost because people are like, there's no emotion in this. It's just the facts. But sometimes when we are just so into getting these full-on stories that are entertaining, we often miss out on the facts. And I feel like that's a detriment, not just entertainment, but to society overall. And I totally understand it. We all need some entertainment from time to time. Those things are definitely necessary. But when you can't differentiate what's real and what's not, I think that's a problem.
All right. So there you go.
All right.
But here's the thing though. Now my next question to you, based upon everything you said, right?
One more.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. A voice to the voiceless. So a lot of times when you look at Black journalism, they always are trying to give a voice to the voices. Like if you think about Ida B. Wells, right? Her thing was going after and covering the people who got lynched, right? Because Black people didn't have a voice back then. She was courageous enough to then cover when people were getting lynched, and to say, hey, we might not want to go down that side. We might not want to go to the sundown towns. We might want to stay away from that all together. So that's one thing.
My question to you is this though.
Okay.
All those things being true, right? Assume those all fact.
Right.
Do people even care? Do people care to get information from a quote unquote true journalist? What value in does a true journalist have in 2025? And I'm not saying that they don't have any value because you will need some of them, I believe. But in the grand scheme of things, does it even matter? Do people even care? Or are people going this the route of an ESPN or SAS, or they're just looking for entertainment?
I mean, it's like the question of what's better, medicine or the candy that you sometimes got to give kids to take the medicine. They need the medicine, but a lot of times they don't want to take it unless it's sweet.
Well, because here's the problem with that. The problem is that most people think that journalists have the idea of journalism has long been gone, and people are too easily corrupted. So,
I think some people feel that, but I think most people don't really take the time to study what journalism is. And again, journalism isn't perfect. It's far from it. And so, all those things that I talked about earlier about the tenets, a lot of times you can find some of those things in some of your most independent journalists, people who are supposed to be out here doing the work, championing for the people.
98% of these dudes is actors with info.
Actors with info. Also, by the way, for those who don't know, Kamari is a board member of the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists. Right? He sits on the board. I want to put that out there because you yourself are a journalist.
I'm not a journalist.
Here you go. He like one of them dudes, Corey, that be like spit bars and it's nice and like, no, but I don't rap though. I ain't no rapper.
No. I have a great respect. Listen, Ida B. Wells is one of my heroes, so I have a great respect for journalism and what it's done. Kathy Hughes, the founder of Radio One, says there's two things in the Black community that we absolutely have, and if we did not have, we would not be here now. One of them is journalism. The other is the Black church. I'm sure that's going to set Corey off. But
it ain't gonna set me off because I understand the importance of the Black church, but I also understand the dichotomy of what the church does and has done.
And so I have such a great respect for journalism and the work that they have done. That's why I joined the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists, the first Black organization to sponsor journalism in America. So
it's true.
It's
a historic organization. But yeah. I don't want to skip over the fact that you are a board member because I think that's yes, you. I understand that you like to be humble, but you're big time. You know what I'm saying? Now,
go ahead.
No, I think this is the more interesting conversation because this really isn't about, to me, it's not about like SAS personally. Mm-hmm. It's about where we see journalism versus entertainment. And I think your question, can someone who's a true journalist who does and encompasses all the things that you mentioned, what level of success will they have if any, in 2025? Is that the reason why so many people are going the entertainment route and just ignoring all of those things about, finding the truth, getting sources, all the things you mentioned, like because
success, Jimmy.
Well, another great question.
So I'll tell you this. Our brother David Williams, explained it in our chat.
Okay.
All right, let's find.
I didn't see what he said.
Journalism died when people stopped reading.
Well, Dave always on point, yo.
You know, there's a problem with people reading. So
that Dave was on point, yo.
He explained it. People don't read anymore. Journalism died.
Listen,
there
man.
You go. And so that's where all your journalists went.
Listen, man.
Listen. I grew up as a kid. Reading the paper was like, it was I don't know, man. It was like a delight. Like every morning with my breakfast, man, I read the front of the paper. Then when I get to school, you know, I'm chilling. I'm supposed to be in class, but I was in the lunchroom. I'm reading the sports pages, man. And then I would read the jobs wanted section so I could see what was out there. You know what I mean? Even though I had no intention of getting a job at 14 years old, it was just something that interested me.
Reading is everything, man.
Obama Jones is a journalist. He's dope. All right, 3 Much Sauce. Thank you.
Listen, man. In the words of how cannabis get 2 mentions in this episode? The cannabis, as Bar always said, man. He said people don't go to the bookstore ever since the influence of Moore's Law. And it's true.
All right, so 3 Much Sauce says, do you think they will release Epstein files? Well, it sounds like they did. I know they've been doing kind of stringing it out all week after they got
it. They released a couple emails. They didn't release the Epstein files. I don't know if we ever get the full Epstein files.
So
we're never getting those files.
I didn't see didn't they do something big yesterday though?
Well,
so they released the family of Epstein released the emails between him and Donald Trump, which is what was being put which was what was out there.
The one that went viral is the email between him and his brother, Epstein and his brother, when he was asking them, "Do you think that certain folks have pictures of y'all president giving fellatio to allegedly Bill Clinton, right?" And allegedly because they say his nickname. So now the rumor is that he was topping off. Bill Clinton was getting topped off by. That's the rumor, and because the internet don't care. They don't care about journalism, right? So the memes started flying.
Yo,
they calling him Donnie Lewinsky and all that.
They call him my man Donald Lewinsky.
Yeah, the internet dog. They don't care about facts. So
and
that's the other part too, Kamari. When you talk about the idea of facts, like the internet don't care about facts. We gotta get these jokes off.
Yeah, don't let facts get in the way of a good story, man.
And that's the other part too, right? Because I think it's a bigger conversation because a lot of us, based upon society and the economy and all that, we're struggling. So when we come to the internet, we coming to be entertained. We ain't coming for facts because we got to spend our life like digging out of holes for the most part.
But technically, life has always kind of been like that, right? Anytime somebody can bring levity, laughter, a lot of times they could dominate the environment, whatever it may be, whether it's cars, whether it's radio, whatever. I mean, even back in the day, diversion was always a thing. When you go back to the days of gladiators, that was strictly for diversion right there.
What did the Romans call it? They called it bread and circus.
Bread and circus.
And circus, that is a fact. That is a fact. Ms. Bauer says the journalism definition explains why it's no longer called news. Journalists are just another person for actors / entertainers. I would agree. Sadly. But I do believe though, right now, we need great Black journalists more than ever though, because we need somebody to give us some sense of real news that is factual.
I guess the problem is if you're a kid and you're in school studying communications and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, and I'm in a crossroad, and it's like I'm watching somebody on TikTok play with like whatever, and they're making millions of dollars, and I'm looking at people who are journalists and they're struggling to even make a living these days. In Philadelphia, we don't even have the level of jobs in journalism that we once had.
That's an industry thing too. I mean, Philly is not a top tier city though, also, so that's part of it.
Well, first off, that was kind of slanderous. Philly is not a top tier city. That's kind of wild.
Okay, when you look at the markets, Philly is not one of the top 1, 2, 3, or 4 markets. That's all I'm saying.
In terms of what?
All right, look at it from sports. Why do all athletes want to go to New York, Los Angeles, Miami. Outside of weather, there's other business opportunities there. That's why, listen, Philadelphia was at one point the poorest big city in the country. Now we are the second biggest city, or the second biggest poorest big city, however you want to say.
Surpassed by Houston, but Houston is the number 5 in terms of population. We're still number 6. We're a top 10 city in terms of population.
But I'm talking about poorest, right? We were the top poorest city. Now we're the second.
I was talking about pop. That's why I was trying to get you to define what you mean by Philly isn't like, because I didn't get what you were saying with that. I was speaking about journalism, but I could even go to New York, which is the number 1 city.
Correct.
The amount of jobs that they have in journalism has almost been cut further. It's shrunk. It doesn't exist. So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about Philly, New York, LA. The jobs just aren't there anymore.
But then it compounds, right? So in journalism in general, news, media, they are cutting across the board. I mean, honestly, the entire economy is cutting right now. Everybody's getting laid off.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I have friends that have worked in media, in journalism, and I would say over the last decade and a half, I don't know any of them that haven't been laid off or fired from a job. Like literally, not one. Like that's just
because it's changing so much.
Dog,
everybody cutting loose.
You ever picked up the Daily News lately?
No, I haven't seen the Daily
News.
News.
Daily News is so thin now. It costs more than ever, and it's so thin.
The last time I seen the Daily News was when we was in it.
No, we weren't. We was in Inquirer. Now Sunday edition too, in front of the business page. But I digress. But the thing about it is, Inquirer still has a pause, double pause, has a little girth to it. But the Daily News is so. My point is though, and that's every paper. I look at the Tribune. The Tribune is not the same. But you go across the nation. You go look at the papers in Chicago. The
entire industry is under attack. So
that's my point. So what I'm saying is, if you're a kid and you're thinking about getting into that space, and you're being enticed by personalities and entertainers.
I agree. So it's funny you say that, right? Because I pose a very similar question, right, to my journalist friends. I'm like, when we're at the cookout, because I always know I like to talk about the cookout. When we're at the cookout, the kids aren't talking about becoming a journalist anymore. They want to be an influencer. They want to be a TikToker. They want to be a YouTuber, right? And so they are telling us where society is heading at this point.
Yo, man, I was talking to some of the youth, and they is interesting. They much rather be a streamer than an NBA player. Streaming is the new rapper / ball player.
Yeah, man.
They rather be rather be a streamer than an athlete.
Culture. It's attention culture.
Hey, Mary, good to see you the other day too. All right, so Mary May says the shift happens when people look for that quick fix. That's a dopamine hit, but not interested in fully understanding what is going on or impact. That's a fact. I would agree.
No, that's an excellent point.
Yeah. All right, reading the Detroit Free Press, Detroit News, and USA Today was a treasure and pleasure. I used to read, well, not Detroit, but I used to use USA Today a lot when I was younger.
I used to like to get the Financial Times just because it was a different color, and I used to like to thumb on people.
The new name is Donica Lewinsky. Oh my God!
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw the meme, and they put his picture and her picture in the one picture. It's kind of wild, but someone with his ego, he's got to be like seething at this.
Hey, I'm glad it's happened.
This is probably why he don't want it to come out. He probably don't even care about the pedophilia.
Man, we got another legend. We got Liz in the building. We got Malik in the building. What's going on? Philly Real Estate's in the building.
Malik, what's good, beloved?
Malik says, I can't be on y'all show because I got a struggle beard.
He can't get his joint to connect and whatnot.
Hey, man, you gotta get some beard oil, man. Get you some castor oil.
So Jamil says, I agree with Corey. I had to wait on the front page, local and sports from my grandparents. Then I started off with the business and lifestyle sections, which had to help one in there. So the idea of reading the paper is kind of gone. Now, if you go talk to the youth, ask them the last time they read a paper.
Probably never.
Never.
So Shot, I didn't know your degree was in journalism. I know Shot from he's one of the top mortgage professionals.
Philly Real Estate royalties here tonight. What up, y'all?
Yeah, but so that's interesting. He has a journalism degree.
Yep.
My journalism degree has changed in worth over the years as so many amateurs have tainted the industry lacking morals and integrity. That's the other part. Morals and integrity. Ooh.
I already told you what morals and integrity is for, man.
What is it, Corey?
For poor people. Morals and integrity are for poor people, man. I'll say this, right? You got a guy who makes $100, a guy who makes $100,000, and a guy who makes $100 million, right? They all drive 70 miles an hour in a 55, and they all get caught with a speeding ticket from the same cop. Who cares and who doesn't?
So I get that.
The guy making $100, that's his life savings down the tube. The guy making $100,000, he'll get over it. The guy making $100 million doesn't care at all. And that's how morals work.
I get you, but I don't think that's about morals. That's just about having means. Like
why?
So, but that's why I just said it's about money. Morals and integrity are about money. Because
so I understand why you say that, but I mean, just push back a little bit, right? Because integrity to me is the thing that you do when no one's looking. That has nothing to do with your level of money.
Okay, all right. I'll say this, right? There are very, very few integral people in the world.
Wow. I thought I was jaded, a jaded kiss. Corey might be more jaded than me.
I am not jaded. I am realistic. There are very few integral people in the world, right? And you could just look at our world and why is this news? Why is this news?
I gotta think about that, man, because that's
why I don't understand why that's news.
Why is what news?
Why that there are very few integral people in the world?
Well, I do believe there's not a lot, but to say there's few is, I guess, what I'm struggling with a little bit. I think that's what I'm struggling with a little bit. I guess because overall, I think I'm an optimistic person. So when you say that, it's make it. Overall, I am. I'm jaded a little bit, but I think I still see, what my guy Jamil say, man. I still see greatness in everybody, man. Especially
listen, I don't
our
see
folks, right?
Listen,
hold on.
So I used to say,
listen, y'all, we are about to get to our Bitcoin giveaway in a minute. I can't be here all night. I had some beautiful chicken earlier. Now I gotta go get my.
Oh yeah, for those that just joined us, y'all missed it, man. We got on this joint. Kamari was eating chicken like he ain't ate all day, dog. And I don't know what that chicken did to you, beloved, but I
need y'all folks to start thinking about what our hashtag is. What's tonight's hashtag? Let us know in the comments.
Kamari, what do you think about his point that there's very few integral people in this world?
I think it has validity.
Okay.
I think it has validity. I think it's sad. And Jimmy, I think you'll love this. We want it to be one way, but it's
the other way.
Yeah. and as Jimmy likes to say, $1 million man. Everybody
got a price.
If you got a price, you don't have integrity. If you got a price, you don't have integrity.
Okay. I hear you, bro. I guess and again, I told you, maybe because I'm optimistic. I maybe I want to see it different than what it is. How about that?
Got you. I mean, listen, we both want it to be one way. Listen,
I'm just saying, this is why I don't see why this is
war for a lie.
I don't see this as news.
Fight on that lie.
Yeah,
you in your bag right now. You done dropped about You done dropped about 6-7 wire quotes.
Oh no. All right, man. Just go to the Bitcoin giveaway, man, because y'all gonna drive me out.
Yo, all right. For those who don't know, Corey works with kids all day, so he hears 6-7 all day long. So it's very triggering to him.
All day, every day.
It's very triggering to him.
I'll be giving assignments, and they be like, "It's gonna take me 6 or 7 minutes." All day, all damn day, man.
Yo.
Why can you shut up and do the assignment?
Yo, my nephew walks around doing it all day. So I told him, I said, I gotta give a speech this morning, which I did, and I told him I was gonna work it in there, and I did it for him. So he got a huge kick out of it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a 3-hour course. It could have been much longer. It could have been 6-7 hours if we wanted it to be that long, right? Because this is such a buzzword. So a little bit about.
Oh, that's a clip from my keynote this morning. Yeah, I had to work it in, man. It's for the youth, man.
But that was a quote from superstar Jimmy out there being a superstar in the real estate world. He worked in 6-7. He often works in wire quotes, clips, quotes. Who else have you done, Jimmy?
Lots.
Hey, man. Locks. I get all kinds of locks bars. But you know, I like to have fun, man. That's all.
Yes, we know. All right, so Jamel says, why do we care about Epstein files when people screaming free Diddy and voters weren't proactive during the shutdown? Excuse me, y'all. During the shutdown and contacting their legislators for solutions. Mayor Boyd.
People was yelling free R. Kelly, man. It's free Diddy. Free R. Kelly.
They still yelling free R. Kelly. They are still doing marches to free R. Kelly. So it is what it is, man.
I mean, 12 play is fired. I'm sorry, but y'all, I'm fine.
All right, so here's a question. And put this in the chat, and I want y'all to be totally honest with me. Totally honest. How many of y'all are still listening to R. Kelly? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I know Jimmy is. And
how you know? You see that now that's slander. Now that's straight slander. Corey. You see
wow.
This?
Hold on.
You see this? I know Jimmy is. How you know I am?
No, you are. But listen, so am I. I'm still rocking R. Kelly. I am.
So that's what that was about. That was about you projecting because you don't know that I listen to R. Kelly.
Well, tell us, are you?
Here's what I'll say. I don't go and cut on R. Kelly. I don't go cut on R. Kelly. However, if a song is on, I'm not gonna rush to cut it off. I'm being honest, like you know.
Yeah. All right. So Ray says David's right. Though people don't read, which has affected true journalism.
Supply and demand.
That is a thing. That is a thing because newspapers a lot of times is all about selling ads, and they got a whole thing called the Chinese Wall, which is problematic in and of itself.
Shad is not lying, yo. Daily News is like a pamphlet. Be like it's Jonas like the whole paper is like 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper now, dog. It's crazy.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution doesn't even have a print paper. Everything is digital. Yeah, that's the way everything's going. Hey, Brittany. Welcome. Yes, we are in an attention culture. But I mean, real question. All right. With us being in attention culture, how does that affect Black wealth? The prospect of gaining Black wealth, appreciating Black wealth.
Oh, so that's a whole show by itself because it affects Black wealth in a myriad of ways. Okay. First off, many people would rather attention than to have wealth in general, right? I've come to the conclusion a long time ago that most people want to look wealthy and not be wealthy because they want the attention that the perceived wealth brings them. They don't actually want real wealth. They want the attention. So that's one way right there. The other thing is, like I told you earlier, speaking to the youth, and we often speak to the youth, they want to be in positions to get attention. They don't even care about building. They want to be streamers. They want to do anything that gets them likes and gets them attention, which means that it's really a deeper conversation about what's missing, that this is what you need. I come up in a different era where people didn't want attention. You know what I mean? Cats wanted paper, but they didn't want attention.
I'm still from that era, man.
Yep.
Give me my money. I don't care what you talk about.
We're not taking no pictures.
All the fortune without the fame, goddamn, you're wrong.
Hold on, y'all. Dwight says, great show, brothers. People don't read is about right. All right. But,
Dwight, what's good, Dwight?
But hold on, Dwight. I owe you an apology, brother, because I want to thank you for the invite. I want to also say congratulations to you and your beautiful bride. 35 years.
Wow.
Major
congratulations.
Now that right there is Black wealth.
I didn't
35 years. Loving the same person.
Unless I'm making an assumption, maybe never mind.
He's got 35 years, man. I got the proof to show you.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's about Black wealth. But I didn't want to make the assumption that he was married to a sister. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dwight's married to a sister. Dwight is a brother from Philly, from the P.
Listen, I've seen Dwight. I'm pretty sure he is, but I didn't want to make the assumption. But now now that you confirmed it though, that is Black wealth.
All right, so it's Black wealth either way because Black children are still coming from that union. But let's not go too far. We can agree to this. All right, let's go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Dwight. So Dwight, I love you, bro. Thank you. Love everything you're doing, and congratulations.
Congratulations, man. That's an accomplishment. That's super dope. Because I know that. Listen, no matter how much y'all care about each other, that's not easy, bro.
No, it's a job, man. It's a job. Marriage is not for the faint of heart.
Not at all.
All right, Jamil says I had a teacher. Shout out to Mrs. Jewett for seeing talent in me. who had the plug to get me into Northwestern on a journalism scholarship. Oh, shout out to Digger. But checking Dill's pockets was more of a priority. Okay.
Give up the goods to get sprayed.
Get down and lay down. All right.
Yeah.
There are very few people, there are very few integral people with power in the world.
Now, that's a different comment. I'll ride with that, Miss Maui. I like that comment, right? But that also kind of goes to what you're saying, Core, because a lot of times people that, we got the James Evans of the world.
People's morals and integrity are based on their paycheck.
Listen, I hear you. But I think there are integral people. But her point is there are very few that have actual power. So then the question becomes,
that don't have no power at all.
Here now the question becomes, in order to achieve the point where you have absolute power, can you have integrity and still achieve power? That's the question that comes from that.
Because absolute power corrupts, right?
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. One of the oldest things that,
Because when you concentrate power, that person, they can't have but so much integrity. You can't have but so much integrity. You lying to somebody.
This is why I'll never be super popular in terms of influence in that way, right? Because I ain't shucking and jiving and dancing for those folks, for one, and for two, I base like my life on integrity.
So do y'all think that shucks and jives?
Do I think who?
Conte Dow. Dante Cow.
Deontay.
The Grizzly Kings podcast, excuse me.
No. I think that he's 101 in terms of how he treats himself. So no, I don't think, I haven't seen it. Let's put it that way. I can't speak for what he actually does. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I don't speak for nobody. I don't know, but from what I can see of his public, his forward public facing stuff, he's pretty good.
What about not? Y'all think he's shuckling and jiving?
No, I think that's who he is.
I think he danced. I think he danced and entertained.
But that's who he always been. He already.
I'm not saying. Listen,
he told us from the rip. But
I'm not saying that he's not. So this is not slander.
He's all right. Whatever. No, he doesn't have integrity.
So y'all think Stephen A. Smith is shucking and jiving, right?
He's an entertainer. Sure. He's entertaining. He's dancing. He's dancing for them folks.
My man.
Listen. That's not my. He said it.
No, Charlemagne.
Yes.
Yeah, he hit. Yeah, I don't think.
I know a lot of people that know Charlemagne. Yes.
Joe Biden.
He's not a journalist. So I guess the question.
Yeah, Joe doesn't.
I'm trying to see where you're going with this. He's not a journalist. He's an entertainer.
All right, but remember, the journalist kind of went on a bit of a rant.
All right, so what are you getting at with this question?
We're talking about people. So me and Jimmy had a conversation earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you brought it up. He said he would never be able to get to a certain level of success defined by money, viewerships, views, subscribers, all of that, because he doesn't shuck and jive. So I was just going down that rabbit hole a little bit.
So I said I don't want to shuck and jive or dance for white people is what I said. Now the question is this though, and I think this isn't kind of what you alluded to earlier with what you said. Is it possible to get the bag without being quote unquote an entertainer per se? Can you have integrity, morals, which led us down that conversation because Corey don't believe those exist.
All right, but all right, I can't think of this lady's name. Who is the lady who does the black YouTube kids stuff, Jimmy?
Oh, Miss Gracie's Corner?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yo, I just love Gracie's Corner.
So it's Gracie Corner, and
what sound does that letter make? My fault. I love Gracie. I'll be jamming to Gracie personally.
Okay, but she's gotten a definite level of success. So
she's not a journalist.
It was never about journalism.
So I think he's taking it out of the whole conversation about journalists. He's talking about just like in media in general, right?
Yeah.
Can you be successful? And I mean, this goes to everything. This goes to art too, right? This is an art conversation. Can you be a successful writer? Can you be a successful actor? Can you be a successful without
because most of the successful people in music don't make music.
Hold up, what you mean?
They write music, they play music, but a lot of artists are broke.
Okay, so you can't be a successful artist without necessarily I don't want to say selling out because it's not really selling out.
But you need attention as an artist because that's how you get paid. You have to get attention. You literally have to get attention.
Okay.
But does that automatically make you a sellout, though?
No, it doesn't automatically make you a sellout, but it automatically puts you into the system where you have the very high chance of selling out. You have to get eyes on your product.
So there's a high probability, but it's not 100% certain that you will sell out, is what you're saying. Right?
Yeah. It raises the probability greatly. Okay. Because you have to seek attention as an artist or you don't get paid. You're not an artist. You do art. It's the difference between urban farmers, to say, people who are gardeners and farmers. The difference between a gardener and a farmer is a gardener is growing plants the same way a farmer is, but a farmer gets paid. Right?
Gotcha.
So you know what I mean? Like
so some folks be like, your favorite local DJ, right? So I get it, right? In order to get those eyes on you, there's certain actions you may have to take. I get it. Let's get back to the comments real fast. So Shot says that he's been around the block, published in Philadelphia Weekly, The Source, XXL. First real media gig was in Channel 6's newsroom.
He's doing that work.
Yeah, so you put in some real work.
Shot, I need you to come back to PABJ, baby. We need you. All right, Calvin says, what up, fellas? Do you think ESPN is still the best sports network?
Here's the funny thing. I don't even think ESPN is a sports network at this point.
Yeah.
But again, if you know what ESPN stands for, the E is for entertainment, right? So they're telling you up front what it is, right? So I don't. But it's crazy because most other sports networks have kind of followed that. I think the best sports media in 2025 are the small independent folks that be on social media. It's a lot of people. It's a brother on YouTube. Jimmy High Roller is his name. I don't know if any of y'all have seen his content. He's phenomenal, right? And independent creative. Like I think a lot of people that have like picked up the mantle to actually talk real sports and really get into the X's and O's of it. They're the independent folks that you'll find on Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
I can't remember the last time I watched ESPN that I wasn't watching a game. I don't watch any of the shows anymore.
Yo, me either. And it's crazy, Core, because
any of the shows.
I remember in college, me and my roommate would just put ESPN on literally 24/7. Like we didn't even. We must not even have nothing all night, dog.
That was in 2000 and all right. Whatever. It was a long time ago.
You dating yourself. You're dating yourself.
What?
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
It was.
Be careful.
24/7.
24/7. Yeah, all day long.
Okay.
There was not a time where my TV wasn't locked in on ESPN.
Now my TV is locked in on YouTube, where I'm just watching.
I don't even have a TV.
All right. So Ray asked the question. Ray says, if your lifestyle is unrighteous, doing wrong, wouldn't that person have integrity to that negative lifestyle? It's a great question.
No. Integrity implies doing the right thing.
Does it? It's a good question. So let's look up integrity. I know Kamari's getting ready to do that anyway because he's a journalist.
Implications, and I'm talking about public implications. I'm not even talking about the. All right, we can go definition if you want to do that, but I guess.
How you really feel, Corey?
No, I know, but I knew Kumari was going to do that because he's a journalist. So I know he was about to.
I'll tell you why I do it, right? Because I feel so many times
words mean things, and you
mean things. That's number one and two. People be having arguments, and they're arguing two different things, and they don't even neither one of them know what the other word means.
So, what Kamari is doing is the right thing to do, but if you want to talk about the way it's commonly used, integrity implies doing the right thing when no one's looking.
That's what I was taught that integrity was.
So that's what I was using. I was using the common definition that most people use. I wasn't using the Oxford Journal Dictionary version.
Come on, journalists. Let's see what it says. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles.
Well, if that's the case, then
moral uprightness.
Yeah, I'll stick with what I said.
Man, that's like the definition
There's no
of James Evans.
The James
Yo, man,
But
we're slandering James Evans, man.
I'm not slandering him. What I'm saying is that the thing about that is he had like one of these strong moral compasses, even though he was dirt poor. I guess that goes to Corey's point.
That goes exactly to my point.
He was dirt poor, but he had the strongest morals.
That
man.
goes
Him
exactly
in
to what I was saying.
Him in Florida, dog. They had integrity.
Rhonda Anderson's about another real estate giant.
Whoa, we got the legends in here.
What up, Rhonda?
All in the same game.
Great clip earlier. Great clip earlier for your will. Talking about wills. What Andrea lost for Sanders. We need more of that. We need to get you out here.
Dr. Andrea too.
So Shad's raising his hands. I'm not sure why though.
About listening to Robert.
Yeah.
About listening to Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Listen, I done hit the hill and I done lost my mind.
Oh man, I see it now. Kumari is laying the groundwork for a bunch of excuses, Corey. I see what he's doing, man.
Well, sir, if you've been paying attention to me truly, I've been laying the groundwork.
I just want you to know I'm picking up. I see what you're doing.
Getting older, man, it gets rougher and rougher. All right, listen, since the last time I heard him, it was at an event. Okay. I haven't listened to Kells or Bam in almost 7 years. I ain't listening to Diddy because
shit's
trash. And they age well. We got a couple points I think that age well, but okay.
Nah, man. Overall, his music aged like I almost said something that would have got his demonetized. It aged like milk in the microwave.
Barrett says, what's missing is authentic connection to others. No denying of that. No denying of that.
Nothing I can say about that.
I appreciate you too, Dwight. Thank you. New Rawman. Coming through with the heavy bars. We still want white people's validation.
Man, listen.
I don't see no lies told. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, TC says, why I have some street boy cousins in the South and they stay reading the newspaper. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but they've never done time.
Hey, listen, they got to be informed.
That's a good thing then. Mm-hmm. If they stayed out of jail, that's a good thing.
I disagree that you can't have integrity with power.
Read that again, Jim.
So Ms. Mallory says, I disagree that you can't have integrity with power. She's saying that she believes that it's possible to attain power and still have integrity. So that was a good question, but who would you say is someone that still has integrity that has power? Ms. Mallory, I don't know, like if you can give me an example of someone that has a level of power but still has integrity.
I would say Farrakhan.
What?
But I don't know him. What has he done? Let's say he doesn't have
all
integrity.
Right, never mind. I'm gonna mind my business. All right, yeah, Farrakhan. Great.
Corey's hilarious. Give me somebody else, Kamar. Who else?
Me.
Okay. I mean, you are. I mean, listen, you powerful.
Put me up there.
I told you your ego is out of control.
Your integrity. So yes, I can speak to your personal integrity.
But I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if I should get rid of my integrity because nobody really gives a shit anyway and get more money.
But do you give a shit?
I do, but at the end of the day, me giving a shit doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Some people throw integrity out the window and they can't sleep.
I'm having an honest moment right now, right? So if I make more money, I can pay for my kids' tuition easier. If I make more money, I can pay for my grandkids' private school tuition easier. Or if they go to public school, I can help fund tutors for them if they're having any challenges. I'm a product of public school. You know, I wasn't fortunate enough to go to the gang called Central. So,
that's public school, Kamari.
I probably needed some more stuff.
He wants to slander us. He wants to slander us. Now, hear me out though. I hear you, but what you're talking about is you sound like a drug dealer, right? You could justify doing those things.
No.
Right?
That's not true.
That is true. It's absolutely true. First of all, you didn't let me finish. You didn't even know what I'm trying to say.
I didn't know because you're crazy. I'm not saying I'm gonna knock anybody over my head. I'm not saying I'm going to cheat anybody. I'm not going to sell drugs. I'm not going to sell drugs to nobody's mama. That's not what it says. But hey, what if I did more content that said, hey, I can get you the biggest refund possible? Is that robbing anybody?
Well,
it's robbing the person who you getting the refund. Because if the government come looking for it, both of y'all going to jail.
I think you're robbing yourself because that's not who you are. You're going against your who you are naturally.
But that's what the
you are literally lying.
That's what the people want. They don't want people to tell you the truth. They don't want the truth. They don't want honesty. They can't handle the truth.
Listen, man.
So should I fight that all my life?
Here you go, man. No, yes, you should. You should, because again, you have to be able to sleep at night, right? And a lot of people do things, and they have to live with themselves. So it's really about you.
What are the I'm curious to see what you say.
And I get what you're saying, man. But the great Lauryn Hill says that fantasy is what you want, but reality is what you need. And the reality
I'll tell you.
You gotta be honest, man.
There are. I can't say that I'm in moral or integral North Star, because I mean I've been in a lot of shady places and I enjoyed myself. But I will say, when it comes to being mission oriented and on task, I am integral. Because me and Jim sat on phone calls and face to face with people where they offered us numbers that look crazy and it didn't serve the mission. And so I turned them numbers down.
And I met people. I've seen this real life. So I'm proud of y'all for that. But real quick, we're going to come back to that, but I want to answer Jamil's question. Quick question for the tourists. D'Alessandro's, Jim's, John's, Tim, I don't know who Tim is, Nick's, or Corner Bodegas. Got people coming in for the weekend. So D'Alessandro's cool, but I'll throw another option for you. Across the street from D'Alessandro's is a place called Chubby's. Steaks are just as good. It's a bar.
No, they're not.
I think it's just as good.
It's not.
I think it's better.
It's not.
I do. I think so.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I think Larry's
you entitled to be wrong.
I think Larry's got the best steaks in the city, and the Larry's specifically up in the Northeast, down the street, actually from Max's, the other Max's.
On Bustleton Avenue?
On Bustleton, yeah. The Larry's up there. They got great.
That's crazy, because I think Larry's is fire, but they don't even make my top like 5. So here's what I'll tell you, right? Kamari is wrong about D'Alessandro's is better than Chubby's. A lot of people go to Chubby's because 2 reasons, right? For one, Chubby sells fries and D'Alessandro's doesn't. And also, D'Alessandro's lines be so long that Chubby straight get the runoff. Chubby's probably made millions of dollars by getting D'Alessandro's runoff.
And then I go over there and I'm like,
it's so crazy. I used to coach at that park across the street, and we used to the kids be wanting, because D'Alessandro's used to sell water ice.
Yeah.
And the lines would reach from the store into the park. And so people would literally just start walking across the street to Chubby's to get the same thing. That's how Chubby's built their business. Is like, yo, we're gonna be right next to D'Alessandro's.
Chubby Steaks is just as good, if not better, than D'Alessandro's.
It's not. And the people that say that, because I heard somebody say that, and I was like, well, when's the last time you had D'Alessandro's? He's like, well, every time I come out here, I can't get in the line, so I get Chubby. I said, so you don't even. So hear me out. I said, so you don't even remember what D'Alessandro's tastes like? They like, actually, I don't. So
I do.
So here's what I'll tell you, right? Here's what I'll tell you. Based upon your specific question, Jamil, D'Alessandro's is the best on that list that you named. Now, you didn't really ask for other recommendations, which we started giving you. But the best
Philly.
But the best steaks in Philly to me, D'Alessandro's is up there. Del Rossi is a sleeper. Rossi, like 4th and Spring
Rossi
Garden,
is good as hell.
They're phenomenal. Cafe Carmela, phenomenal. Stella's in the Northeast. Holy smokes.
Mama's is really good too.
Yeah.
They in the county though, ain't they? Like, they not in Philly, are they? I'm just asking.
Yeah, they're in the county. Yeah.
But because he has people coming to Philly, you gonna send them out to the county?
But it's 1 block into the county. See, that's the problem with you city boys.
I'm a city guy. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But to your question, based on that list, Jamil, is D'Alessandro's. Now, the other sleeper that most people don't know about is Barry's. Barry's got one of the top, like, steaks, chickens, the food in general in the entire city. But Barry's, to be honest with you, is D'Alessandro. So the story about Barry's, for those that don't know, is one of the cooks from D'Alessandro's left to start his own joint. So he basically does the same thing. but it's called Barry's. It's also in Roxborough. So I would say Barry's, D'Alessandro's, Del Rossi, Stella's, and Cafe Carmelo will be my top 5 in the entire city of Philadelphia. Now,
so I've heard Oh Brother is really, really good.
it's all right.
I've heard it's just all right. Just all right.
Yeah.
Is it better than D'Alessandro?
No.
I think you just a D'Alessandro stan. That's all.
I'm not. I wouldn't listen. D'Alessandro's, but Barry's would be actually my number 1. But I'm saying, like, again, it's almost like saying, I like Kobe better than Mike, right? It's like Barry's is the D'Alessandro's, for lack of a better term, knockoff. But I like Barry's better. Barry's is fine.
So my computer just gave me the 2-minute warning, like we playing football. My joint about to go dead.
What about Pagano's? Shout out to Uptown, man. Pagano's as a young boy used to be the rock. I know Kamari know about Pagano's. He an Ogon's boy.
No, I grew up on Pagano's. I can't go to Pagano's no more.
That shit trash.
I feel like they changed the meat, and I'm not saying pause for that. I'm not saying pause for that.
Pause, granddad.
Shout out to Explorers Den, man. She also shot the Mo and Curly's, man.
Explorers Den used to be fire.
I don't know what they did to Explorers Den. That joint.
Yeah, they sold the farm with that dog.
Like
they started making bridge burgers out that joint, man. Shout out to everybody who know what that is from What's Happening. But anyway.
All right, so Brittany says my grandparents used to always tell me reading is fundamental. Shout out to your grandparents.
Yes.
And every day I realize how much that is true. The amount of people who don't read and comprehend is crazy as well. People don't comprehend as well. Not cousin Joey. No. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about him. But a lot of people like him.
That's he get the influencer dollars.
Yes.
If whoa. All right, Liz. All right. Tell us how you really feel.
Lately. Charlamagne is a full-on coon. Wow.
Tell us how you really feel.
I know a lot of people that know Charlamagne that would say the same thing.
Do you consider Gayle King to be a general? I do, and actually, I like Gayle King. I think that it's like, so again, no one's perfect, but overall, I'm a fan of Gayle King. But I do see that,
I believe her.
I will not slander her name because Black women hold a particularly high place in my life as far as value, but I don't think she's very journalistic.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, Gracie's beats go crazy.
All right.
What bag do you want? You will get a bag, but not a Bezos bag if you're not willing to,
Yeah.
Shoot, can I get a Buffett bag? Can I get a Gates bag? Can I get I can't say his name. He's banned. Can I get a Gary?
Do you want that kind of bag though?
Why not?
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want that kind of bag. I'm cool because of what comes with it.
I'm good on that.
Because of what comes with it.
Food. Comfortable living. My utilities never getting cut off. That's what.
Yeah, you don't need that kind of bag.
You don't need that kind of bag.
So let me ask you a question: Do your utilities get cut off now?
Listen, I want to
go. And I see what you wrote, and you trolling right now, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But go ahead though.
I want to go on vacations. I want to go somewhere and not have to worry about my business for 6 months, and everything's still running.
Yeah, but it also comes with
that's not a Bezos bag though. You can do that for far less than a Bezos bag.
I've named other people than Bezos though.
You can do it for far less than a Gates bag.
I've named other people. I said Barry Gordy.
Do it far less than that.
Barry Gordy got like $150 billion.
Business owners, we can go to.
Barry Gordy got like $150 billion. Like Barry Gordy is one of the richest black men in the world.
We had a conversation a few shows ago about
million, not billion, Corey. But go ahead though.
Do we need more black billionaires? Y'all said no. I said yes.
No.
I said no. I said yes. Did I report that wrong?
No, you didn't.
Okay, all right. So, but then when I look at what Mackenzie Scott's doing, I think it's phenomenal, and I don't think she is evil. But who knows? I don't know her personally.
I'm about to say you speaking for okay. Anyway, my point is this though. Are your utilities getting cut off now?
All right, so no. Listen, it's still a struggle. I don't want to struggle no more, Jeff. I didn't grow up in a big mansion.
Yo, it's not like Kamari. It's not like Kamari ready us to sell out, man. It's all Kamari giving us hints right now.
I'm asking a real question.
We about to see Kamari on TikTok doing viral dances soon. He ready to go full on OnlyFans now, dog.
When I go, listen, I might start.
Kamari ready to start selling feet pics or something. He ready to sell out, man.
You know,
Kamari going to zip down the side of his trousers and show his man for a couple hours.
Boss, yeah. New Robert.
Hey, listen, man. That's how they getting them TikTok dollars and those they got a whole I don't even have TikTok on my phone. Don't they got a whole like a TikTok what y'all call it, the TikTok whatever where they be.
Here's what I'll tell you though. You talking about 3 or 4 TikTok. TikTok has been ruined for me. TikTok used to be my place, and Kamari will tell you why I used to go because my IG algorithm was too wild. So I used to have fun on TikTok, but TikTok has been ruined for me now. And TikTok has been ruined because TikTok is nothing but CVS to me now. Everybody's selling something out of the TikTok shop, and it ruined the experience of the application. That's all it is now.
All right, Rama says Dave Chappelle kept his integrity and got curved, but he came back also, right? Dave Chappelle, I think, is a great story for that.
And took their corporate bag.
All right, fake news. All right, Ms. Maui, what's fake news? I lost track. All right, and the ESPN was on continuous loop.
Yeah, man.
All right, another question. Should Max B seek a solo career with collabos to give him traction or join Drake, Ye, or Metro Boomin team and grab them writer credits and residuals? I say grab them writer credits, but we'll see what happens.
I got no thought about that, man. Bigger Belly is home, but I mean, you know, that whole story is wild.
Yeah, man. Glad he got out of jail, man. But everything else, whatever, man.
All right, Shad said, yup. Still listening to Robert Kelly. Mad at you. And many of us are broke because we want other broke people's validation. Oh, that's a bar. That is a bar. We're obsessed, which goes back to your questions. What's missing in our community?
No, it goes back to my point that that.
My bad, Corey. I was laughing at Shad's most recent comment, man. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Morals and integrity are for poor people.
Okay.
All right. So Ann says, are you guys saying that since you can't find an example of someone that meets that criteria, that's impossible to do? No, that's not what I was saying. I was just trying to figure out whether we were on the same page in terms of what we thought that looked like. So that's why I was asking for an example of someone who has like power and integrity. That's all I was asking for.
And I'll tell you this: that list might have one hand.
Okay.
But I also think a lot of times we want utopian solutions. Like people are complex.
I'm not even looking for utopia. I'm just talking about.
Cutting up. Let's keep it clean. Right. So for people who do great things, there's always going to be somebody that feel like they did them wrong. I mean, King did a lot of great work, but they still got a lot of people that hated him. And during the time when he was around, a lot of people hated him even more.
So Corey, go ahead. I'm sorry, Kamari.
Go ahead, Jim.
No, Corey said something earlier. He said that, you know, he talked about like he found himself in some situations where he had a lot of fun. Like Corey basically said, I practiced all 7 deadly sins, right? However, you know, like, you know, in the words of Christopher, however, what he did say is when it comes to the mission of loving on black people and doing things with black people, he has integrity in that space. And I think that's an important point to make because I think that we're looking for perfect people and there's no perfect person, right? So even in some of the things we talk about with Dr. King, when people talk about him philandering and you know,
he wasn't
getting
perfect.
Yams, he wasn't perfect. There is no perfect person.
He did.
And I think that's the point.
But I will say this, and this is something my grandmother said, and I don't necessarily know it to be true, but she said anybody, if white people like you, you're more than likely compromised. And so that was a quote from my grandmother.
Yeah, but here's the thing about here's the thing about him though, right? He's been rebranded. They didn't actually like him, right?
They didn't because they killed him.
They co-opted him.
They killed the man. They assassinated the man. What I'm saying is that was her quote to me about.
No, I get it.
Black person that is backed by white people. She said they are an agent and they not to be trusted.
Yeah, I get it, right? But I guess the point that I was making overall is we have to stop looking for perfect people, right? Everybody got some skeletons in their closet. No one's perfect, right? But it doesn't
Oh
mean that they're
man.
not. That doesn't mean that they can't serve or do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
All right, so Liz says you do not have the complexion for that decision. I think you were saying discussion.
No,
Mark.
she's saying that decision. No, your decision to basically like just go on here and start lying to folks about getting them huge refunds and
I can just do what everybody else is doing. I'm gonna get you the big.
oh yeah, they're lying.
Is it? I can't.
Yes, it's absolutely
You
lies.
can get them the biggest refund. You can also get their ass sent to jail.
We
You
call
get
it lies.
opening-
It's lies, and if not lies, it's also puffery.
Puffery is lying. It's just a big giant word for lying.
No, it's not necessarily puffery. Is kind of more of exaggeration. Whoa!
Wow. I'm not going to say that first one. The man has led this flock astray in the name of L. Ron Hubbard Zionism. His favorite priest is 10 times worse than Cal's man band. Really? Are you talking about the Catholic dude from Chicago?
No, he said priest. I think he's talking about that other.
The white boy. The white boy who's fought on civil rights. I think that's what he's talking about.
I thought he was talking about the other ball, but
I always speak truth. I'm already wealthy. Whoa, well, teach me how to do this. Son.
Talk to him, Liz. Yeah, because wealth really isn't about money.
I'm talking about
talk.
Damn it, that's what I'm talking about.
You just want to sell out for money, man.
So disrespectful. Here we go with Shad. Chubbies benefit from that pillow. They do benefit, but I think their product is just as good. They don't have the best branding and marketing as Los Angeles does. Though.
Hey, little brother.
What?
They little brother. They Sanders' little brother.
Oh, okay.
Listen, man, check their own videos. They always be number 2.
Hey, listen, sometimes it's cool to be number 2. You can still make be number 2.
As far as disc records, that was Jay's best disc record of all time. Yo, he slandered the crap out of Mace on that joint. He gave Mace all kinds of hell on that record.
I mean, that's what I think of Chubby. If they check your own videos, you always be number 2.
Forget the Nas beef. He smoked Mace.
Well, both didn't realize there was a beef until like 20 years later.
So Larry's up in the lower northeast is much different product than the one on City Ave, which used to be up there, but it's fallen. So that's the crazy part, right? Because I thought that, but I went to like both, like on some Fat Boy stuff. It still tastes very similar to me, and it's funny. I was actually talking to one of the folks on 50. It's on 50. Was it 54th Street?
Yeah, 54.
It's on 54th Street about that because that viral pizza they had, they make it up there too. And they were saying that, and he was telling me, go back to marketing, that location in the lower northeast was struggling a little bit. So they kind of came up with the whole marketing idea for that pizza, but they make it at all the different locations. But they tried to say it's exclusive to the lower northeast because they needed to draw traffic there. Anyway, B-Boy's Bistro for a salmon cheesesteak. All right, Valerie, don't kill me when I say this. I can't stand salmon cheesesteaks.
I love salmon cheesesteaks. And so if B-Boy Bistro is the one, is that the brother who got the food truck? And then moved. I definitely will be checking that out.
I just don't like salmon. I don't like other things like cheese. Like to me, chicken cheesesteak is as far as I go. You got beef and chicken. I don't want salmon cheesesteaks. I don't want lamb cheesesteaks. I don't want,
I don't eat nothing but regular cheesesteaks. I don't eat no other kind of, like, it's not a cheesesteak if it got a different kind of meat on it to me. It's not a cheesesteak.
I sell cheesesteak.
What?
I'm going to try that. I haven't had it, right?
That's still beef, though. That's still beef.
Shout out to Tasties, man.
Okay.
That's still beef. That's closer than chicken cheesesteak. I would eat an oxtail cheesesteak before I eat a chicken cheesesteak.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, hold on. So Noble can't really talk about Pagano's. Again, I grew up 3 blocks from there. Walk by there every day going for school. It is not the same. It's not the same.
Yo, man, shout out to Tasties, man. Shout out to Kevin, because Kevin has been on our show before. He's the owner of Tasties, and they got the oxtail cheesesteak. Like $50, but it is what it is.
So Mama's Pizzeria is in Balakin, with 3 minutes from City Avenue. Yeah, so
Mama's.
These folks don't like to go nowhere unless it's on the block.
No, shout. I was just messing with Kamari because Kamari is a county guy now. So he's a county boy. So
County guy. All right, black-owned place in Chinatown that has good reviews for cheesesteaks. Oh, I think I saw that, brother.
I haven't seen that.
No. There's a brother owned up a spot in Chinatown
First of all, that's intriguing to me right there. That there's a black-owned business in Chinatown.
Yeah,
Black-owned cheesesteak.
They just opened.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Literally just opened.
I haven't heard it. I gotta look that up. Anybody know the name? If y'all know the name of that, let me know in the chat because I gotta look that up.
Okay. All right, what up, back? He has always been, by the way, thanks for checking in with us. All right, he has always been on the dark side, his side. Loudmouth, angry person who doesn't know when to shut up. Ooh.
So the part that Beck says in that comment that I said earlier is basically like he don't care about none of these. He's about himself.
All right, so I don't know what this question's for, but Gail King is a journalist. Just leave it there.
He's really trolling you, man, because he know how you feel about
I know.
Yeah, she trying to get herself like touched now because she going so. Listen, talking about black folks ain't enough, dog. She going so super hard with her Israel comments, dog. You see what she put up there today?
No, I try not to see anything she says.
Yeah, she trying to get playing a dangerous game. Let's put it that way.
She trying to get Mossad knocking on her door.
Yeah, dog. She going. Yeah, I guess she figured like I need to pick on somebody else. So Lauren, what up, Lawrence? How are you?
She playing the service we do. Game. She just playing it with them folks.
Yeah, she like she like most of y'all ain't gonna go this far, but I'm gonna take it there. So Lawrence is the biggest disservice we do is how much we judge each other, all based on assumptions.
That's a fact. That is a fact. I agree with you, 1000%.
Yeah.
And knows he's trolling, but okay.
Hey Lawrence, by the way, Lawrence, you back to work? Did they bring y'all back yet?
Especially Stupid Programming Network. That's a lot.
I like that one. Especially Stupid Programming. I'm still on that one. Just let you know that. All
right. Jamel says, Kamara, grab that Mackenzie Scott bag on the step. That's right. Listen, I don't think you understand
what he's saying.
It doesn't matter. I just talked about Stedman in one of the videos I just did. I think he might have watched that.
No. What he's telling you to he said grab the bag by being Stedman to Mackenzie Scott.
But that's what I'm saying. I just talked about marrying Oprah in one of my videos.
Understood. Stedman is a personal hero of mine. He is absolutely one of my heroes.
Man, that dude got a whole career and stuff outside of it, but nobody knows what he does besides be Oprah's arm piece.
But here's why I say that, right? I know people laugh when I say that. I'm like, listen, because I feel like so many people need the attention and they don't know how to navigate in this space where, to your point, he's successful in his own right.
Yep.
And most people only look at him as being that. And my question, my admiration really comes from the fact that he plays his part. I know what I do. So I don't need the world. The world can say whatever they want to say, but my reality is this. This is the life I live, regardless of what none of y'all say. So to me, it's something to be said for that.
All right, so shout out to Lawrence. This quote is fire. All black people are good in my book unless you engage in behavior that kills other black people. Based on our history, I will never trust YTs, though they are different. I ain't mad at that.
Salute to Lawrence, man.
I feel you on that. All right, everybody's got a price. Is Kamari going out like Dudley?
Stay out the bike shop, Kamari. Stay out the bike shop, beloved.
All right. So Lorraine says Bitcoin hashtag, since we're talking about journalism being entertainment, hashtag fake news.
She was saying, but you asked her what she meant by fake news. She was saying use that as the hashtag for the giveaway.
Gotcha. If the dying artist is the measure when Barack and Michelle Obama, LeBron, etc., I can only base it upon info disclosed publicly. We never know what every person does behind closed doors. Hashtag no one's perfect. I like that hashtag.
She's talking about like
I know.
You know.
All right.
Also shout to Yes Jules with the Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
who's more morally ethical? Kareem Jeffries or
Hakeem Jeffries?
Oh, Hakeem. I was about to say, I think he meant Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries, or the person whose name will remain nameless.
Damn.
Who's more? Like Hakeem has actually done actual real work. Like what he's doing now, I cannot co-sign. I do not like his self-showing a lot of these issues. It actually drives me crazy. but he's actually done work. That other person, they ain't did shit but run their mouth. But, go off. Listen, I don't know why y'all are so cool with talking about this person.
I'm not cool with talking about anything. I haven't mentioned this person or that person. I haven't mentioned anybody.
Don't personalize. I don't understand why you folks are so cool with talking about this person who said George Floyd did not get killed on public TV by police brutality, by sanctioned brutality. I don't understand that, y'all. Help me out.
So for me, I feel like when it comes to certain things, we pick and choose how we want to hold people to certain standards, like based upon our admiration or lack thereof for them. We are not objective across the board, right?
I would agree with that. I don't think anybody is, though.
And I think that to me is the problem. And I just don't believe in calling people out of their names, regardless of how I could hate them, and just that's it's just I won't call a black woman a B regardless. But that's just me.
I stand on what I said.
I can't put my morals and ethics on someone else.
So Jamel says that Chicago preached flagrism. So he's talking about Father Flanagan. So, all right. I thought Father Flanagan was good, but I had to do more research with that.
So he's talking about SAS is playing the Trump's playbook. That's what he's doing.
I guess.
Yes, you think he has some political aspirations in his future?
I mean, he said he wanted to run for president, but I think he wants that Disney bag. That Disney.
I think he likes saying I want to run for president.
Right. What does it mean? Who cares what it means? It's provocative. All right, Sats, $25 equals 26,091 Sats.
Okay, let's get it. We gotta find a hashtag. For those that are watching, give us a couple of hashtags. As we make our way through the rest of the comments, put some hashtags that we can use. Right now, we got fake news and a couple more. Once we get through the comments, we're gonna get out of here. Just like Kanye did when he ran and will again. Okay, he's talking about SAS, is getting that attention, running that play. So that's what that is. Trump has ushered in an era that power or perceived power through money or influence, celebrity equals intelligence and competence. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so it's funny, Lawrence. One of my homies who works for the government, he was saying that they called him at like 2 a.m. in the morning, like, yeah, be there 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Like, as soon as everything was signed up, they wanted all right back to work.
That's wild.
They are working on the back pay for 2.5 paychecks right before the next paycheck next Saturday. Oh, all right, Lawrence about to get the bag.
Stack up.
He about to get that bag.
Lawrence was like, I'm cool. Y'all could be, what was it, 42 days, the longest shutdown ever.
Yeah.
That the president said any president that has a shutdown is a loser. But he's
but here's the thing though. This is, the importance of having reserves, right? Lawrence was chilling because I saw some other I'm friends with Lawrence on different social sites. So I see Lawrence just chilling and I see other folks and they are panicking. And there's a clear distinction. Both of them were furloughed, but one of these kids is doing his own thing. You know what I mean? Like, so shout out to Lawrence, man. But that's proof positive.
Nice Kwame reference, by the way.
You caught that. Okay.
Of course. But yeah, that's why savings is so important, y'all. Savings is so important.
All right. If I get cut off,
yeah, no problem. Go ahead, do your thing, Cole. We just get through this comments.
No, I'm not even trying to leave, but my 2% struggle power. I don't like.
You ain't got your computer plugged up, man.
No, man. I just took out my work computer and hopped on because.
All right, you ain't got to explain, bro. You ain't got to explain.
You woke me up to be here.
Here you go.
All right, what up, GC?
GC, what's up, beloved?
Happy Friday. All right, shout out to Google and Berkshire.
GC stay with that. He right to the point. That bag, that Google bag.
Yeah, Stedman is secure in his manhood.
I ain't mad at that.
I disagree. No man should be. So I don't think it's being a woman's accessory, and I think that's the point I'm making. Stedman is. If you look at Stedman, what he does, like obviously he don't have Oprah's level in terms of the resources, but Stedman is his own man. I mean, he just happens to date a woman that's like one of the most successful women on the planet.
But you could also argue the fact that he does have access to her resources. So
yeah, but he was successful before they got together.
Oh, I know.
No, I'm just saying, if you look at his history, like my man, listen, he's educated, accomplished. He wouldn't have been able to get with her if he didn't have, if he wasn't who he was.
He didn't have his level of accomplishment.
But here's the thing though, it's almost like being Big Boy, right? Big Boy is one of the illest rappers to ever live. He just happens to be in a group with an alien.
With one of the possible greatest rappers that ever lived.
With an alien. That's the way I just put it. With an alien, right? So it is what it is, man. But I don't think he's her arm candy. But now that actual point, though, I think we can another show. What's wrong with being a woman's arm candy though? I'm not on that wave where man gotta do this and the man got listen. If the woman wants to take care of me, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man, that don't fit the narrative. And
I'm off that, dog.
Nobody wants to talk about this.
Listen, man. Anybody who's not pouring into my house got no say in what goes on in my house, man.
Because I feel like when you talk about men and the providers and leaders, I don't think that comes in the form of just money, right? That's not just money, in my opinion, right? But again, to Corey's point, I don't care what none of y'all do. Y'all can 50-50, y'all can 100, like whatever you do in your house is your house. Whatever makes you happy.
Because y'all say all these other characters are black except her.
Oh, don't say y'all, say Kamari.
That's fine. I'll take the weight. We got to get y'all out of that bias. Emotionally triggered space for love. So listen, I would love to have a conversation. I'm not your average bear though. So I didn't say that based off one comment or one clip. So
by the way, again, those are the thoughts of Kamari Ellis.
That's
Kamari
right.
Ellis.
I
don't call black women being.
I can't be mad at him. He owned it. So if he owned it,
no, he did. He's standing on it. Is what it is.
10 toes. He's 10 toes on that.
So New Rama says hashtag integrity. That's
cool
integrity. Too. I like that one. We got a couple of them hashtag.
Oh, truth tellers, I like that too.
Let's go with integrity.
Folks better learn to set aside 10 to 25% of their SNAP. It's currency though, and you better be prepared for September if it happens again. Well, January, they need to be prepared for January.
I think you set aside 10 to 25% of whatever your money is. Like, I don't care what you do. Like, I don't care if you bag groceries. I don't care if if you're selling $40 dates. Even if you're doing that, put 10% aside. I don't care if you are, pumping gas.
$40 date. $4 for that date.
$4 gotta go to the war chest, dog. If that's what you're doing to make a living, salute to you. Take $4 out of every day and put that to my point is it doesn't matter what you do.
Hands to the sky.
A part of everything you earn is yours to keep. That is from the richest man in Babylon.
And we should do a review of that book. Right,
do a review of a lot of books, but yes, definitely that book.
We 73 books in talking about reviews.
I know. How about that?
All right. So Jamel said the saddest thing about the shutdown is that folks got caught slipping or their pants down again past 2020.
Post 2020.
Post 2020. Thank you.
All right. So we caught up now. So I think we're going to run with integrity.
Yeah. I think integrity is winning. Hashtag integrity. See if I can spell it right.
Yeah. I'm about to say, make sure you spell it right when you put it as our,
Oh, well, yeah. But I'm talking about, so they said they actually want to keep funding it. And they were not going to discontinue SNAP and federal government workers. But to Jimmy's point, and I know we were joking, but in all seriousness, everything you get, part of it needs to get saved.
That's the crazy part. I wasn't joking. I don't care what you do.
Okay, leave the $40 dates out of it. It's amazing.
No, but the reason I use that as an example is because people don't think about even if you're operating in the underground. Let's just say you're operating in the underground space.
The underground. You were talking specifically about SW workers.
So I'm just going to say the underground. Listen, let's say you're a cam girl, OnlyFans girl, whatever you do, take 10, 25, I would say 50, even up 50%. Put something to the side. It doesn't matter what you do. You're a teacher, right? Let's use some above board careers then. Engineer, doctor, HVAC person. Contract. I gotta meet with a contractor tomorrow morning.
Teacher.
Yeah. I don't care if you're a struggle rapper, right? You know what I'm saying? You're a struggle rapper, and you
get $100. You go double wood, get $100 off your album.
Put 10% up, dog. I don't care. If you're a struggle rapper, dog.
Check this out. I don't know how Greg does this. Like his timing is impeccable, y'all. What up, Greg?
No, because Greg be watching in the barbershop. He just makes sure that he shoot the sub. Because listen, I've had some of Greg's clients tell me that Greg be having this on in the shop. So salute to you, Greg. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's like my man gonna make sure he get his hashtag in.
Yo, yeah, man. So no matter what, listen, you're a barber, right? By the way, that's an excellent book. For those that are barbers out there, there's a book called The Wealthy Barber.
Excellent book.
So I've been reading that political ponderology, John. That's crazy, man. Also, I've been.
What's that about?
Huh?
What's that about?
It's about how people with sociopaths come into power.
I've been stuck in my S.A. Cosby bag again. I still don't know who put us down with S.A. Cosby, Kamari. I have no idea. Rich said it wasn't him. So,
but listen, if Rich didn't say it was him, I'm going to claim it because I'm calling him the GOAT. Jimmy's afraid to call him the GOAT. I'm still GOAT, and now I'm gonna say this: I finished Broken Prophets. I will claim this.
So I will ask both of you brothers: have you ever read Juwanza Kunjufu?
Yes, the conspiracy,
Black Boys
against Black Boys.
Yes, I've read that.
And he's dope, but it's a different genre, Corey. We can have fun.
No,
too.
what I'm no. I'm not even talking about whatever. Who could be the greatest or not the greatest? I don't care about that.
No, yeah, the greatest writer of all time is James Baldwin, and that's like it's clearly no debating. Like just writing, James Baldwin is in the class by himself. James Baldwin is so ill with the pen that I read him and I was like, I don't deserve the right.
He make you. It's like when we played ball with Kobe at he smacked us in the head for 50 when he was 17 years old, 16 years old.
Yeah, so that's my point. My point is like when I read James Baldwin, I was like, all right, so he's a writer. I'm not a writer. I just write books, but he's a writer. It's a difference. It's levels. But S.A. Cosby though, again, maybe you're watching now. Whoever it was that put us down with S.A. Cosby, I just finished Razorblade Tears. To me, as of right now, that's his magnum opus. That's his best body. That book was phenomenal. I'm reading All the Sinners Bleed now, but that book is probably something that's going to stick with me for a while. And I know that it got optioned to be made into a film or a TV show. So I'm looking forward to that.
Jim, I am going to be the president of the S.A. Cosby.
Oh, you already are. You already are. Like you definitely already are. Like you read one book and was giving boy a Blumpkin. Like you just like jumped out the window.
Yikes.
You jumped out the window. That was your guy. So, and the point that I'm making is, if you think he's the GOAT, that's fine. I just don't believe in handing out like the GOAT conversation until you have to put enough work in.
Talk about him now.
And this comes from my love of sports, right?
The thing every week you talk about him now.
No, I'm just saying because that's all I've been reading. That's all I'm reading now.
On the street,
I've literally read. First of all, I bought his entire bibliography. Okay. So, I know people much would rather you buy their work than to call him the GOAT. Like, well, we can call somebody the GOAT.
I don't think they care either way at this point.
No. I'm saying in general, right? Let's say someone is selling chicken. Would they rather you say, yo, they make the best chicken, or would they rather you buy their chicken?
I'm gonna buy your stuff, and I'm gonna shout your name from the mountaintops.
So whoever that was, salute to you.
Jamel,
Razorblade Tears is fire.
Jamel says, read Black Economics by Juwanza Kunjufu back when I was 14. Probably my first econ book.
Right. You know, I wanted to go back and read that with older eyes. That's one of them books I always wanted to go back and read.
He got like 8 books. Juwanza Kunjufu got like 8 books.
Hey, and Jimmy's always slandering me.
That's not true. I show Kamari love, man. That's my brother, man. I show him love, man.
Listen, Jimmy must have been traumatized early on in life because love is by showing me pain. So
no, that's not true. Kamari's the slanderous one. That's the crazy part. Kamari was slandering me in person the other day. We was in a restaurant with our wives, and Kamari was going crazy slandering me because I was talking about Bobby Brown. But anyway, I digress.
Shout out to Keith Sweatman. That's all I got to say. Make it last forever. 1987. All right, Patrick Reed, what up? Welcome. The Wealthy Barber book, where can you get it?
You can actually get that anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably point you to,
I was trying to go to the website. I was going to say go to a black bookstore. I don't know where you're
Matter of fact, I'll drop it in the chat now because the one thing about this book is kind of old, so you're probably not even going to find it in a lot of places.
But Patrick, what city are you from, Patrick?
I'm gonna drop it in the chat because the bees.
All right, integrity is on deck. We got 15 respondents in. Wait a minute, Juwanza Kunjufu died? No. I think he's got the flyest name ever, too, by the way.
You do?
He died on April 24th. He died on April 21st of this year. He died right before my birthday.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's see.
Oh wow! Damn. Shout out to Jurassic and Juice. I think anybody with a parent should watch his videos, read his books. I think it's stellar work, phenomenal work. He will have a legacy that will continue on.
Patrick is on YouTube, so he may not be able to see that. I just put it on what's his face on Facebook. Let me go to YouTube and drop it in there though, Patrick, so I can give
copy and paste it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'll put it in the private chat, Jimmy. I'll just grab it. If not. Wait a minute, Nelly Fuller died too. Damn, what else?
Nelly Fuller, yeah. Listen, matter of fact, how you did know that? I think you gave him a rest in peace shout out.
I did.
Yo, Kamari be wild, bro.
Listen, man, I had a lot of death.
Listen, man, I get it. Our folks is
like and it's like all running into it. Like, it's crazy.
Listen, man, I get it. That's why I ain't even crack no jokes, because I know exactly how you feel. Like, dang, people getting up out of here.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Patrick is all right. Patrick, I'm gonna drop it over here too.
No, I was saying Nelly Fuller is 96.
Here we go. So,
oh no, they said he passed February 1st, 2025. Damn. All right, y'all. I don't want to start crying, so we gotta hurry and spin the wheel. All right, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, I'm about to come to Tulsa in 2026. I'll be there for Juneteenth. I am doing a conference with a bunch of Black accountants in Tulsa, Oklahoma for Juneteenth.
I was in Tulsa this past Juneteenth. Had an amazing time. I still got footage I didn't drop from that, but I had an amazing time, man. Learned a whole lot. Learned a whole lot, and I got to visit the museum, which is kind of made me feel weird because you're gonna create a massacre and then charge us to learn about it.
Wow.
Think about that.
Well, listen.
That's peak capitalism. I'm gonna bomb you and then charge you to learn about why I bombed you.
It also costs to run things too. So
are you taking up for them? Are you taking up for them, man? Is that what you're doing right now?
Absolute crazy work. Come on, man.
All I know is
that before I get pushed off the feed.
All right, so y'all ready? 15. Let's go.
Blessings to Jesse bum ass. May he enjoy the rest of his days and year. Yo, Jamil got smoked for a lot of people, man.
Who is he talking about?
Jesse Jackson.
I assume he's talking about Jesse Jackson. I saw Jesse Jackson last year at the Stevie concert, and Jesse looked like what's the movie when he was rolling Main Man out there who was no longer with us? Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, that's what it looked like. They rolled Jesse out there. Stevie gave him a shout out, and I was like, yo.
So real quick, I'm going to spin the wheel. I think if you go back and do the history of Jesse Jackson, he was one of the only Black folks to really fight against the crime bill in '96, and nobody ever gets some credit for that.
That's interesting. I got to go back and do the knowledge. I know that a lot of history of my timeline of Jesse Jackson, they say that he was, conspiratorial with I don't want to get into that.
But that has been proved, right? So
I'm not getting into that. I'm just telling you that there's a lot of things about Jesse out there.
I love journalism, right? So if you take those tenets, you would never repeat those things ever again, even in jokes.
I'm not a journalist. I'm an entertainer.
That's fine. So see, you want to be an entertainer. I want to hear the truth. All right, we're going to spin the wheel, y'all. Go.
Slander. Good luck, everybody. Hold up.
Damn,
how did the hood get in there? Kamari did. Oh, because Kamari put it in the chat. Because Kamari be drawing. Noble with another W. Yo. Noble is on fire right now. Noble done took over for Greg, man.
Yeah, man.
He might.
He hacked the algorithm, man. You hacked the algorithm. Noble, I don't gotta tell you how to send me the jointski no more, man. You should know at this point, man.
Shout out to Noble.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Stay tuned in. We'll possibly be here Sunday. Got to see if Kamari can join us peasants.
Hey, man, you don't leave me. I'm still on vacation. I'm living off my birthday.
Nah, here you go.
You should only be you and Corey can hold it down.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I'm a barber. Yes, sir. Black Wall Street. Patrick, I had put it in the chat. I put it on YouTube too, but I don't think it showed up because I think they think I'm spamming. Yeah. The Wealthy Barber is an excellent book for barbers about how to use your barber income and create wealth. And like someone said in the chat, I forgot who it was. I think it was New Raw Man. Be an investor first. If you're an investor first, however you get the money to invest, doesn't matter, right? Kind of said what I was saying, but he said it in a better way. And be an investor first. So if you're a trash man, you're an investor first.
Well, one thing I said is, some of the first millionaires in our community were barbers, were beauticians, so there's a long history there of holding down financially, and providing other opportunities as well in the community. So
no, barbers, it needs to be a documentary on the history of black barbers. I don't know if one exists, but it should be, because outside of just providing a service, and black barbers are so important. It's almost like the black church, and from a historical standpoint,
black therapy,
right? It became a place of therapy. It became a place of healing. It also a place just to congregate and share and build with each other was the barbershop, right? So beauticians and barbers have played a significant role in our community. So salute to all the barbers out there that that hold it down. Not just give good cuts,
ground,
but
man. The barbershop used to be neutral ground, man.
Yeah, so it's very important.
All right. Thank you for that. Happy birthday to Kamari. Appreciate that.
Happy birthday again, OG.
But more slander. All right, y'all. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Y'all be great. We'll see you soon.
Peace.
The Black Queens.
Black Queens back.